All right, welcome to a new adventure for the Polish guy. My real name is Rich, but I'm going to start doing some opinion and box videos for Flesh and Blood here on YouTube. Appreciate anybody who's willing to watch this. I'm probably going to. This is sort of a test video, but I might even just post it raw. We've got my son here watching dinosaurs, so we might learn about T-Rexes and Velociraptors throughout the entire thing. But welcome. Hoping to get a lot better as this goes, but I kind of like just dipping my toes in the water and just kind of going with it. So we've already opened one box. You see an Art of War up there, so not too bad. And we've got two more boxes open of Arcane Rising Unlimited. Doing this as a preparation to do more videos for when Everfest comes out. I'm very excited for where the game is going. I know there was a lot of consternation in the entire community this week about big bannings and Cheerios being gone and Briar being hurt and Shane being hurt and Azalea being hurt by everything. I took a much different take on all this. I think this thing was very positive for the game. I think the developmental team is saying, hey, we're going to be careful with zero cost of generics. We don't really like the idea of Cheerios being a deck. We want our heroes to be heroes, and the things that people enjoy about them is about what they actually do, not just because they can play all the best generic cards ever printed in the game. So I think that things are going in a good direction for that. Now, I think that as more people continue to enter the game, I think that decks are going to be broken, heroes are going to be broken, generics are going to be used. This is not going to end. I do think it's a better idea to go ahead and let some heroes get to living legend status, but I understand the reasoning behind how they did everything, and I get it, man. I get it. And errata in a card game, not the greatest thing in the world. They do have to figure out some sort of redemption program or just make sure there's enough copies out there. Also make a scale copy that you can print off the website and just slide right in front of your Briar sleeve or whatever. Make sure everyone's playing it properly. Like it's one hero out of, I don't even know, is there 15? There's more than that, I think, if you count the Blitz heroes from Crucible. People who have been playing longer than me will definitely be correcting me in their heads if they actually ever watch this. I enjoy a lot of the content creators, Kitchen Table, TCG, DM Armada, Red Zone Rogue, also the Cracking Couple. Check out my friend Graham. He's part of the same play group that plays on Fridays, and let me give you a little background on me. We have a group that I don't get to play enough with on Fridays at a local game shop. Shout out to Mr. Cards and Comics in Lyndhurst, Ohio. And I am a former Magic player, but still a Magic player. I will always play Limited. I always play Legacy. I have a Legacy Gauntlet that my friends and I get together and play. Might even see some videos of that play at some point on here. Not going to be just Flesh and Blood. Might even have some random sports opinions thrown in. I used to write about football. So big game for the playoffs there. However, just give the rest of my background. I started playing Magic and Revised August of 1994. Went to a Walden Books and got a starter pack. Opened a Force of Nature. And I've loved big green dumb things ever since. So really just doing big creatures in general, I guess, is more how it goes. My favorite thing is a little bit of combo control aspect, Omnitel, that sort of stuff. Yeah, but I at this point I've played long enough that I can really try anything. I'm still not a great control player. However, the game has gone to a point where I didn't like where things were going, so I found a new game. I started Flesh and Blood here right around first edition Monarch, which shows you how great the game is, because I did overpay for some boxes as a new player, and I just said, okay, I'm going to do this. Yeah, yes. It's okay. We'll try it later. That's my boy. Not gonna share his name on here yet, but I'm sure you'll hear it at some point on video. But him and I are just hanging out this morning. He's got his Hot Wheels, he's got his dinosaur videos, and I'm sure you'd hear him in the background, but I'm probably just gonna post this thing raw just to get it out there, just to have a little fun. So, I'm a former Magic player. I really enjoy Flesh and Blood's design. I enjoy the heroes. I'm an old man who plays old him, but not the full control version. I guess my Magic personality is in here. I play more of a tempo into big attacks version, so that's what I prefer to do. I know that if I go full control, but I don't really have the patience to sit for 55 minutes every single round. So I can't help myself, and I have to do something else. So it's more of a tempo-oriented, little bit of ice thrown in there, but I am trying to set up big attacks. So, well, that's the introduction. Eventually, I hope to have some sort of background or whatever. But we haven't done anything like that yet. And hopefully I learn a lot in the next 3 weeks before Everfest comes out. Or the video will just look like this. Who knows? So, let's get started. And, alright, let's pack one. I am trying to open a Grasp of Arcanite just to trade to someone at the local game store. I have my collection of Flesh and Blood, which I sold. I never really played Commander, but when you played as often as I did in Magic, I obtained a ton of Commander cards that are worth money, and I was able to sell off most of my Commander collection just to buy most of Flesh and Blood. So there you have it. Alright, first piece of equipment is Roll Rapture. Sword of Ether on. Oh no! Plunder Run! A foil Ridge Rider shot. I'll leave the foils here. Rares here. We'll probably do spicier things up here. Alright, pack 2. Come on, Grasp of Arcanite, just so I can trade it. So my gauntlet of stuff in a way is like, yeah, I have like one of every equipment, and I did not have 2 Grasps yet, so I couldn't really trade it yet, because I didn't want to break what I consider the perfect collection so far. I did not get a chance at the first 3. I didn't get Arcane First Edition, no Welcome Wraith First Edition, no Crucible First Edition, but First Edition Monarch, a decent amount, and a ton of First Edition Tales. Produce Rune Chance, Spellblade Assault, and Foil Moonwish. Nothing to write home about yet. So we'll keep going here. Look, we need to get a grasp in here. There's not much in the first 2 boxes in this case, if we're being honest. Except the Art Award. The Art Award is good. Got a foiled Tomb over there. Actually, foil Blazing Aether. Look, nothing terrible, but we're, no Command and Conquer yet. No Grasp of Arcanite. And why don't I just buy it and then trade it for value? I don't know. Because it's more fun open packs. Take cover. Oh, there's the first Majokus. Teklo Core. That's a class I haven't tried yet, but I definitely want to try her out. I want to try out Dash in this upcoming season of Classic Constructed. She looks interesting. I think it's kind of funny to keep moving counters around and all that. But just the whole boost mechanic itself seems like something that would be interesting to try. I don't get to play enough. There's so much I still want to try, and we already are coming up on another set. But we've got Ice Lexi rebuilt, rebuilt Azalea. Nothing really going on here yet. Nothing to... I mean, Teklo Core's fine. Just I didn't, we want some spicy hits. I mean, this is going to be... The video quality is going to be bad, so at least we can do card quality. That'd be a much better way to go about it. So, Alright, folks, let's see. We've got the lens. Not too bad of an equipment to have. Enchanting Melody. Pour the mold. And... oh no! Foil Plunder will run at the worst time. Well, at least it's not a red, because I'd be really feeling bad about that one.
Daddy?
Yes, Gus, man. Oh, there we go. That's my son's name. Yep, you can have that lollipop. Got a lollipop pause here for the boy. There you go. There you go, buddy. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Yep, that's where I'm throwing all the trash. And I'm sure that won't be the last time until this box is over. But he's a fun boy, and I work long weeks in my regular job, so this is really my only time when the wife goes to the store. And ooh, foil maximum velocity. Speaking of trying out dash, heck, there's a good reason. There we go. That's going right into the classic constructed deck. Yeah, I play the maximum. Again, I can't just do full control, so I do have my maximum velocities in my dash build. Even though I don't know what I'm talking about yet. Maybe I'll play it and then find out, wow, I really shouldn't be playing maximum velocity, but I can't figure out how that could be true. Alright, we got Absorb an Aether, Reduce Rune Chance. That was the same foil common from the last box. Another Null Rune Hood. Well, never bad to have Null Rune, Arcane Barrier, foil commons. Never going to complain about getting those. I love opening them. Oh my. Something terrible going on for that dinosaur Lego over there. I don't know what language that is. Why don't you change the channel? Moving on to the next pack. So we got Crown of Dichotomy as it. Life for life. Take aim. Get the flare. I've already hit a Majestic. We've hit our foil super rare. I found the hit rate with the recent Welcome to Wraith Unlimited to be a little higher, especially in the super rares. So I'm interested to see if I notice any difference to the boxes of Arcane Rising that I've opened. So far, no. It still seems like the good 4-2 split, and you might get a foil. I did not get a foil Majestic in the last box, so let's see. Vest. Get Arena's Prayer, Stir the Aether Winds. Red foil Fate Foreseen, not too shabby. Never going to complain about that. I'm sure that goes into some deck that I have built right now. No cracked bottles yet. I don't think we've had a cracked bottle yet. I do like the drama of moving all the cards rather than just ripping and seeing all the good cards in the middle of the pack. I think there's a little more drama this way. Pour the mold and amplify the dark. Right. No dice on huge hits. This may not be ending well. Maybe I won't post this. I'm still gonna just go ahead and post. All right, what we got now? Ridge Rider Shot. I do play Oldhim the most. Before that, I played Levia, and I love her Blitz deck that I have built, and kind of like I've gone off of some online lists when I'm building my decks, but I always, at first, I was adding things to it just because I didn't have the cards, and then I actually just started playing, and I just started. We got a Arknight Ascendancy. That will definitely go into. I will figure out how to put that in the deck. That is a beautiful foil Majestic. And I hit the camera on the first video. Anyhow, At first it was just because I didn't have all the cards, but then I actually started playing as much as I could with decks, and I just started getting my own ideas on some things, and that's one of the things. So Levia, I think it's fun. I like a little bit of a gambling aspect of my deck, so it's right up my alley. Salad Shot is the foil here. But I am also a person that I'm not I find one hero and will just play that hero forever type of person. That's just not me. I like to experience the whole game. So I try a bunch of different things, and I do think that's good for learning a game in general. And I also think, like, if you're going to play competitively at all, look, I'll never have the time to be great. I go basically 500 on Fridays. I had a couple times where I was up there and won some prizes, but in general, I'll give you a good game. But if you're a more experienced player, you're probably going to get me. But that's fine. I just reached a point where I just want to enjoy the game, and this is a game I got to say where I've never had this much fun losing. Another Arcane Ascendancy. This is maybe. Do we hope now with the Runeblade Majestics? Do we hope with the theme of this box that there is a shard or a grasp in our future? And this pack is, oh boy, that one was tough. Okay, let's see here. This is a bauble pack. All right. Can we live the dream? Anyhow, I think it also makes you a better player just trying different things. Like, how are you really ever going to know? Probably nothing going on in this pack. Foil Arena's Prayer. About everything that's going on. I mean, sure, you can become an expert on every single card in your deck. That's great. You're going to eventually have success. But unless you're truly understanding and sitting on the side of the decks you're playing against and seeing what they do on every action, I don't think you can be a full all-around player. But some people just have natural ability. They can pick it up and just... I have some natural ability. But those people are just... they're beyond all the rest of us here, so good for them. And good for the people that... and this is a game that if you put the time to it, you will have success eventually. Alright, we got a third of the box left in this inaugural video of the Polish guy. And we really just we want that big huge hit. We are greedy. Oh, there's a knock. And Life for Life. I actually have a lot of Life for Life foils. I hope that card gets played at some point. Fat fingers on video. Fat fingers on video. Fat fingers and lots of crinkling on video. Alright. You know, I might reintroduce an old segment. I did have a sports podcast for a while. They're probably hanging around out there somewhere. Once actually interviewed Chris Collinsworth, if you know football. I wrote for his website before he bought stake in PFF. And there's a segment on there that I might just do on here just as like a comedic relief when I'm just going on and on and droning. They're the Model American of the Week. And it's your typical just, you take a ridiculous story, you make fun of it, but then I would do it in sort of a Jerry Springer way, where after all the ridiculousness, you'd like try to have some, if you don't know what Jerry Springer was, go back and find it, because he would have the most ridiculous things happening on a show, and then at the very end, he would he would discuss it like a consultant or a therapist, and it's ridiculous because in the background there's like Nazis fighting the 600-pound woman. It's fantastic. Like I've never tried to go and find old videos because I experienced it at the time, but holy cow, that was a trip. We gotta take aim foil. I don't think we're gonna get there, folks, on this one, but there's gonna probably be another super rare, which maybe that's a cool card. I mean, I'm happy with what we have open here, just not, it's just not the big hits that you hope to see. Yep, that can sit right there, Gus. Yeah. It is your water. Alright, Snow Rain Boots, another Life for Life, and a Searing Shot. We are really sputtering towards the finish here. First middle of the box would have been really fun. The last part, probably should have just played limited. Well, probably should always play limited, but I love opening packs, and I can't help myself. So, let's see here. We got Bullseye Bracers. Slow down a little bit in the last couple of packs. Aether Spindle. There's the Super. It is Spark of Genius. Not a bad one to have, but no need for it. So we have not hit a legendary in this case, and it's concerning. It's concerning. And the dog just knocked the big light out. This has been a fantastic intro for everybody. I'm going to plug that in. All right. And then there was light again. Well, that was Penny Lane, our dog, introducing herself to everybody. I don't know if I did the thing here. Did I do the thing? I did do the thing. Okay. So, I did the thing, but I don't know if I did the other thing. All right. 7 cards. We have 1 pack left after this. And we're going to need... Yep, and I did do the thing. Messed this one up. Very disappointing. And it's a throttle. Okay, we're gonna... We need some last pack magic, folks. Last pack magic. Come on. Come on, last pack magic. Alright. Well, this has been an interesting introduction as far as my experience goes. I hope it was somewhat interesting for you. But we're going to be back no matter what. So we'll see what happens. And let's see. Searing Shot. Zipper Hit. Sick'em Shot. Dissipation Shield. Read the Ruins. Zap. Your lips are color your lollipop. Ah, and your tongue is blue. Crazy. Amplify the Arknight. Ravenous Rebel. Speaking of Cheerios. Push the Point. Rifting. Cadaverous Contraband. Our equipment is Vest of the First Fist. And, alright folks. Sir the Aether Winds. Both the Arknight and wow, 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 wow. Alright folks, well, I hope you enjoyed this introduction to me a little bit. We'll probably be getting better equipment at some point, but everyone has to start somewhere. Took a little while to figure out the setup, but I do hope if you are the few people that'll watch this, I hope you enjoyed it. So we'll see you next time.